第一眼看到我没有想到在这个瓷器上能看得到波斯语。
The characters on the base of this Ming Dynasty blue and white porcelain are all well preserved by the glaze. Yet the item's label leaves translator Hossein Khalifi puzzled.
他在这里写的是阿拉伯语，但是阿拉伯语不是波斯语。خراب میگشتم تا به کنج，因为这个是我们的繁体字，非常古代的，我也不知道，但是我能读，但是不知道什么意思。
28 years ago, Hossein Khalifi studied Chinese at the University of Tehran. He also trained in Persian literary translation. He had no idea that these fields would guide him to the confluence of two great civilizations, making him a bridge between Chinese and Persian cultures. Yet the text before him was penned 5 centuries ago. It's a riddle born from hundreds of years of cultural blending. To try and solve this riddle, Hossein Khalifi is heading home. The homeland of these words can be found on the Iranian plateau in southwest Asia. Cradled by the Zagros Mountains, its deserts and oases form a rich, interwoven tapestry. Since ancient times, this land has been a pivotal gateway connecting east and west. Its valleys echoed with the bells of Silk Road caravans for 2,000 years. In the 2nd century BC, amid harsh desert winds, Chinese silk and Parthian silver coins exchanged their shimmer to the rhythm of camel bells. Sasanian gold and silver made their way along the Great Wall's beacon towers towards Chang'an. And the encounter of these two millennia-old civilizations never remained confined to trade alone. In a bid to decode the porcelain's inscription, Hossein Khalifi turns to his university Chinese teacher, Fakhri Daneshpur Pava. 88-year-old Fakhri Daneshpur Pava speaks fluent Chinese. And she has spent her life bridging Asia with Europe. As the founder of Iran's first Chinese language program, she planted the seeds for Chinese language and culture to flourish in her country.
Kharab,
okay.
Nagah.
A pioneer of sinology in Iran, she has turned in her later years to the world of blue and white porcelain, continuing to nurture her deep connection with China.
و حتما هم یک ایرانی اینو نوشته.
100%. اینم که
Fakhri Daneshpur Pava spreads out nearly 20 years of research, archives kept like silent testaments to her work. Some strokes in the photographs appear unpolished, replicated by Chinese hands still finding their way, while others, sharp and confident, channel the fluid grace of Persian calligraphers. Yet, one porcelain plate inscribed in Persian reveals a unique fusion, bridging not only territories, but also languages.
از کارخانه جینگدجن هست. دایمین جنگدنینجر. این مارک به فارسی نوشته شده. این مهمه. در زمان ساسانیان راه دریایی اضافه بر راه زمینی بود. این ظروف چین به ایران، به مصر، به کشورهای آسیا میانه به اصطلاح صادر می شده.
In late autumn of 1611, Abbas I of the Safavid dynasty stepped into the shrine with deep reverence. He had recently defeated bandits along the Silk Road, restoring relative safety to the route relay network. To show their appreciation, the Ming court presented vast quantities of exquisite porcelain to Abbas. Over 1,000 pieces of Yuan and Ming dynasty blue and white porcelain were shared with this spiritual heartland, establishing what is now the world's second largest collection of Yuan blue and white porcelain outside China.
هر کدام از محوظه‌های فوقانی تالار جایی برای نگهداری یکی از این ظرف‌ها میشن و دکوراسیونی فوق‌العاده زیبا از ظروف چینی در این تالار پدید میاد. پشت اکثر این ظرف‌ها این متن مهر رو داریم و مهر وقتی شاه عباس.
The maritime Silk Road deepened ties between China and the Islamic world. Adapting to Islamic tastes and demands, Jingdezhen artisans in China painted Persian and Arabic script onto their porcelain. By blending geometric designs, calligraphy, and classic Chinese motifs, they created a unique visual fusion of Chinese, Persian, and Arabic influences. Embracing openness and cultural exchange, the Ming Dynasty court even gathered Islamic wares, forwarding their intricate patterns to the imperial kilns of Jingdezhen to be replicated, transforming them into distinctive diplomatic gifts.
ایرانی‌هایی که اونجا بودن غالباً اینا اندیشمند بودن. کلمات عرفانی اینها زیاد در کار به کار بردن. کلمات دعا هست و بعد اینها در کارگاه‌های ایرانی‌های از سلسله یوان و مینگ و چینگ در کارگاه‌های جینگدجن و کارگاه دیگه کار می‌کردن. در چینی سازی چینی‌ها می‌ساختن اشعار و کلمات چینی رو ایرانی‌ها می‌نوشتن.
Fakhri Daneshpur Pava charts the timeline of Iran and China's blue and white porcelain exchange. Thousands of kilometers away in Quanzhou, once a bustling trade hub of the maritime Silk Road, the dim halls of the Quanzhou Maritime Museum guard silent witnesses of that era. Stone slabs speak wordlessly of the life stories of foreigners from 6 centuries ago. Dr. Xu Ming, a research fellow from Shanghai Academy of Social Sciences, leans over a stele. Through its Arabic and Persian inscriptions, he seeks the deeper story of this porcelain. How did foreign cultures intertwine with Chinese aesthetics to create something timeless?
在他们的这个名字里面就蕴藏了很多信息，它来自于哪一个地方，它的那个身份是什么。所以这里面伊斯法兰就是它来自伊朗嘛，波斯嘛。有一本书叫做《光明之城》，商人来到泉州南宋的时候写下来的一本书，就是当时来到泉州的这些阿拉伯波斯人有15000人。
When people migrate, culture spreads and steadily merges into the long river of intertwined civilizations. 30 years ago, Xu Ming participated in a key national social science project that culminated in the book History of Chinese Aesthetic Trends. He soon fell under the spell of blue and white porcelain.
昨天碰到一个学阿拉伯语的女孩子，埃塞拜疆将军的那件东西啊，下面文字不是阿拉伯文，她说。
Between cobalt brushstrokes and white base, Xu Ming made his choice.
2001年嘛，偶然的机会，我到了土耳其国家博物馆，上手我看了原镜画，感触非常深。当时就说了，大家都共同议论，真正的源头在伊朗。我就向伊朗国家博物馆发出一封信，所以我提出要求，我们要参观你们的馆藏，考察你们的馆藏。伊朗国家博物馆馆长跟我说，你是700年来第一个进到我们库房的中国人。哇，当时我好激动，我好神圣。
In display cases at the National Museum of Iran rest 28 treasured blue and white porcelain pieces from the Yuan dynasty. This standout Yuan dynasty dish, featuring fish and aquatic plants, is the collection's crown jewel. At its center, a fish surges through cobalt whirlpools. Boldly rendered is the Chinese character for spring. It's cleverly woven into the fish's back like a cultural birthmark concealed by craftsmen.
و این مهارتی بوده که چینی‌ها اینو در واقع ایجاد کردن، تلفیق این دوران کنار هم دیگه. و برای ایرانی‌ها زمانی که وارد ایران میشه این چینی‌ها خیلی جذابیت داشته، چون این جنس به این شکل واقعا وجود نداشته. تا جایی دوره صفوی اهمیت پیدا میکنه که ما توی منابعمون داریم میبینیم که می‌نویسه که شاه عباس 300 نفر کوزه‌گر چینی رو دعوت میکنه بیان به ایران و در اینجا فن در واقع کوزه‌گری چینی در همین پورسلن رو به ایرانی‌ها یاد بده.
With help from Iran Cultural Heritage, Handicraft and Tourism Organization, China and Iran are continuing their centuries-old blue and white porcelain dialogue. By analyzing cobalt underglaze pigments at a molecular level, they are recreating a once-lost Persian blue glaze formula from the Safavid dynasty. This shared quest for color began as early as the Tang dynasty. Carried along the Silk Road, the Samara blue was introduced to China by Persian merchants before adorning Tang dynasty tricolored glazed pottery. In the Yuan dynasty, the Mongol rulers favored blue and white. In response, Jingdezhen craftsmen first fused the Samara blue with kaolin clay in the heat of their kilns, giving birth to the earliest blue and white porcelain. During the Ming dynasty, Zheng He's maritime voyages brought this pigment into China in abundance, sparking a golden age for blue and white porcelain. It soon became the definitive aesthetic look of the era.
من بچه بودم شاید 5-6 ساله مادرم من تو این فلفل زردچوبه بیرفت. بعد من چون علاقه داشتم به این بدون که بدونم این مال چینه، بچه بودم. شما میدونی مال چه زمانیه؟
This Chinese jar led Fakhri Daneshpur Pava on a cultural journey spanning half a century. From studying Song dynasty coins found on Iran's Kish Island to deciphering long-forgotten inscriptions on Yuan and Ming blue and white porcelain, her research led to the identification of 15th century ink marks where Persian and Chinese cultures intertwined on a Ming dynasty porcelain in the Tianjin Museum. There, she guides her student Hossein Khalifi in translating them into verse. A sudden flash shatters the old chains, unveiling the boundless sweep of heaven and earth. Shards of porcelain glimmer with starlit traces. As moss-grown walls glow in the dawn of ages.